Howdy, folks. I'm Brian, and here's some Reddit. Our first story is titled, Am I a Jerk for Telling My Sister to Stay Somewhere Else After She Embarrassed Me with My Neighbors? I'm a 31-year-old male, and I've lived at the same home for the last 2 years, and I'm very friendly with my neighbors. They're nice people. Married couple in their late 40s with one 10-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old son. Every weekend since I've lived there, they like to have a small get-together with the family. Not a big party, but they do grill out on their porch, play music, and chat. It's never more than 10 people. Honestly, it's never bothered me. Music is always off by 10 p.m. and they don't get rowdy. My family isn't close like that, so it actually feels nice that they do that every weekend, and sometimes they've even invited me over for a burger. Like I said, nice people. My sister, a 27-year-old female, is having problems with her boyfriend, and she doesn't want to stay at their place right now, so she's here. For the past month, she's complained about my neighbors and how annoying they are. She doesn't know how I stand it, and I should tell them something. But I've literally got no problem with it, and I told her that they're not doing anything bad. Well, a couple weeks ago, I was approached by the husband, and he apologized for being so rude. I had no idea what he was talking about. He said my wife complained to him about their loud music the other weekend and that me and her have both gotten extremely annoyed by it. She threatened to call the police if they kept this up because they are disturbing the peace. I was pretty red from both anger and embarrassment, so I explained to him that I have no problem with that and that she's my sister, not my wife. Apparently, she said that so they'd take her seriously as the owner of the house. My sister refused to apologize and said that she would absolutely call the police because they need to learn not to be annoying with their music. So that's when I told her to look somewhere else to stay if she was going to cause problems with my neighbors. Right now, she's on the couch surfing between friends, and my family is mad that I was willing to kick her out of my home over the issues with my neighbors. My parents are so far, so of course they can't take her in because I'm the only person close to her. They feel like I'm not being a good brother for caring more about this than my sister having somewhere to stay. I feel like I'm in some way justified with not wanting her to create problems between our houses, but at the same time, yeah, she doesn't have a place to stay right now. So, am I the jerk? Alright, OP. I'm going to have to say that you're not the jerk in this situation. This is a little bit more tricky given it's your sister, but she's creating problems here. You have to live with your neighbors. Once she's gone, she doesn't have to live with them anymore. But you do, so you have to live with the consequences of whatever drama she drums up. And I can certainly understand if you have chill neighbors who you like to hang out with every once in a while, why you wouldn't want to basically alienate them and tell them that they're being annoying because you want to keep everything nice. You want to keep things the way they are because they're nice and good people and they've treated you well. Your sister doesn't seem to have any respect for that friendship that you're building between your neighbors, and she doesn't seem to respect that you don't want to do anything about this. She's annoyed, so she thinks she has the right to cause trouble and drama. And that's just absolutely not true. This is your house, this is your neighborhood, she's a guest in your house, and she's acting obnoxious. So, I would have to say that you're not the jerk in this situation. I think that your sister's squarely in the wrong, and she does need to apologize to the neighbors and not call the police on them before she can stay at your house again. So, you told her that she could stay at your house, but she basically created problems. So, you beggars can't be choosers. Anyhow, take care and good luck. Not the jerk, she can find somewhere else to stay. Buy your neighbors a crate of beer and tell them to party on. Good neighbors should be cherished. And OP replies, they don't drink, but yeah, I was thinking about getting them a gift of some sorts to apologize. Not the jerk. Do not allow her toxicity to continue in your own space. Your voice and your choice should be more important than those of your visitors. She had a sense of entitlement in a place that's not even her property. She gave a false impression to the others that she is the owner of your house in order to assert a fake right. She created a rift between you and your nice neighbors by threatening them. She did all of these signs of disrespect behind your back and without your permission. She was not apologetic when you confronted her. She has no regrets. You are supposed to feel comfortable in your own house with your own rules, not with a visitor's. Yeah. Our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for abandoning a grieving friend after she tried to charge me rent? My friend is a recent widow. It's been a long time coming, but that hardly makes it easier. Her husband passed away at the end of February, and she has been understandably distraught since. I have tried my best to support her through this, even though I can't possibly understand what she's going through. At the beginning of March, she asked me if I'd stay over during the night because she couldn't stand sleeping alone in an empty house. I obliged and temporarily moved in once I was sure my husband was okay with it. She's not been taking care of herself, so I have been doing 100% of the household chores and taking care of her and all the responsibilities as well as working full time. Well, last week she sprang on me how much she'll be expecting in rent from here on out. She heavily implied that I was taking advantage of her grief, trying to live in her house for free, and that she expects me to back pay her rent for the 2 months that I've already been there. I was extremely insulted by this, and told her I'd transfer her the money she wanted, but I would be moving back to my own house, where I'm also paying rent. I got my stuff and was out within a couple of hours. She has since asked me to come back, but I've refused. I told her I'd still do shopping and I'll come over to help with a few things, but I'm not spending another night in that house. Am I the jerk? Alright, OP. I think that there's probably some deeper issues going on here. I don't think that you're a jerk for sure, but there seems to be some kind of like mental disconnect between the favor that you're doing for her and the fact that she thinks that you're taking advantage of her. I think that you two need to have a sit down and discuss why she feels like you're taking advantage of her in her moment of grief. You moved in as a favor to her, and I think you need to remind her of that you, one, have your own place to live. This isn't like you are basically without a place and that you're couch surfing or anything like that. You have your own place, you have your own husband. This isn't like you are essentially like sleeping on her couch for the last 2 months, doing nothing at all, and, demanding, that she take care of you. You've been generous with your time, you've been doing chores for her, you've been doing shopping for her. You stayed in her house when she wanted, but then she abused that by charging you rent, and you are understandably offended by that. But I think you should reach the bottom of why she feels like you're taking advantage of her, because that doesn't seem normal or right, and I think that maybe this is some deeper issue on her level. So if she isn't in counseling of some form, it might be good for her to seek out counseling just so that she can get her head on straight. These things are really difficult, and it sounds like she's having a really hard go of it. So hopefully she's able to get the help that she needs and try to understand that you are doing her a favor, not trying to take advantage of her. So anyhow, take care and good luck. Not the jerk. You didn't want to pay rent, so you went back to your own house. I think that she's a bit of a jerk, asking you to come and stay with her, and then asking you to pay money. I think you've set some healthy boundaries to avoid the situation from occurring again. Not the jerk. Taking advantage of her? You already have a place. What did you get out of it? And OP replies, I thought I was being a good friend. Not the jerk, but you need to stand up for yourself more. You should not have paid her or offered to keep doing things for her. You should have explained to her why her request was inappropriate and left, leaving the ball in her court to continue your relationship with a more appropriate boundary. This reads like you're still learning how to not get completely walked over. And OP replies, I agree, I hate upsetting people, but stuff like this keeps happening to me, so I need to do something about it. Well, that's sad. OP sounds like they get walked over sometimes, so hopefully they can get that worked out as well. Alright folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider giving me a like. If you didn't, consider giving me a dislike. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Amber says bye. Oh, also, I guess probably tomorrow is Monday, but today is Sunday, so happy Mother's Day late. Take care, and we'll see you all later.